And we are live. Welcome back to That's So Controversial, episode 51, where we'll be talking about binge watching. Welcome back, Kyle.
What's
That's all
up?
no words. You just go ahead. Go.
No,
Go.
just doing a podcast. That's all. Hey,
I
what's
don't
up, Mike? What's up, Rick?
What's going on?
know.
Man,
Chilling,
much. How
man.
you guys
Chilling.
doing?
Always a pleasure to be on the podcast with you guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
that's so sweet.
It's Arthur, man. You guys walk my socks.
Oh man.
Yes. So
How was it? How was things going? Everything's good. Good. All right. Good track.
everything is fantastic. What's going on, Eddie? Wasabi. Yeah, yesterday we talked about what did we talk about yesterday? What's going on, press? What's going on?
Porn. That's what we talked
We did.
about.
We talked about porn yesterday.
Yes, we did.
Oh, that's right. You missed that, Kyle.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh man. Oh,
No, he didn't miss it. He was at home watching his own version of it. So he was
man,
all right.
man,
He's a
yeah.
director, remember?
Oh,
Man, it's good to be back.
I
Good to be back.
Graham Jeremy over
It's
here.
good to be back. Guess what, Rick?
Talk to me, baby.
The daily chat starts now.
Yes, it does.
It's topic time.
Welcome back to That's So Controversial, man. Today is Daily Chat number 51, and we're going to be talking about binge watching. We'll try to keep it clean for Kyle's virgin ears.
Thank you.
All right, talk to me, Kyle. What's going on? So, let's binge watching, man. Is it a yes or no for you? Simple answer.
No. I tried
Mike?
not.
Mike?
Yes, I prefer to wait until, for example, if I'm watching a Netflix original, I like for them to release the entire season in order for me to just watch it straight through.
So you prefer to binge. So it's
Yeah.
yes for you. I think I've been spoiled to the binge. I have to be honest, man. No, me personally, it's like, ever since Netflix started that whole, releasing the series all at once, because they are the originators of the binge, I'm kind of spoiled to it. Every time I watch a regular show now, it's like, all right, damn, now I gotta wait a week for the next one.
Yeah.
But they started changing that though. Now they release like 3 episodes at a time.
Certain shows, not the
Yeah,
not the
shows.
popular ones.
Okay.
So you asked Mike for a long answer. I guess I'll just keep my answer short. All right.
No, I
You
didn't ask
did.
you for a long answer.
You did. You said, "Kyle, I want it real quick," and then you asked Mike, and he might give his long explanation. But it's
Because
fine.
Mike doesn't follow the rules. That's what happens.
Cool.
You say something, he just he goes with the flow.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So to answer you, yeah, I do not like the binge, because you end up losing a whole entire day binging. You watch one episode and Netflix is so evil. Before the other episode goes off, they already start the next one, and I don't like to do it. I try to control myself. All right, I give myself one episode, and then I move on, and then I go do something else. However, certain shows are exempt from this rule.
Explain.
At one point, Money Heist, one of my favorite shows on Netflix, finished it in like 2 days.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's only 8 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. And
House of Cards.
House of Cards, another one, is one of my favorites, but not the last season, other seasons before. House of Cards is a little bit easier to cut off, than Money Heist. And Ozarks.
You know what's funny that you guys mentioned House of Cards? House of Cards was the very first show on Netflix that was released as a complete season in 2013. It was the very first show that was binge watchable, where the entire season was released in one shot, and it was where the phenomenon of binge watching has began.
And just to think, HBO was going to get the show. HBO was bidding for the show, and it was very close to getting the show. And it came down to it came down to something dealing with the creativity and that aspect of binging, where the show decided to go with Netflix.
I have a question.
I shoot.
Graham. So it's based on your answer about binge watching. Now, wouldn't you rather miss an entire day of productivity instead of several days? because that's what you're initially doing if you're like, for example, binge watching, and then the next day you don't have to watch the show because you're finished.
But it's like being on a diet. You do it in portions. So if I watch an hour here, that's my hour of leisure time for that day, and I get back to work. But I could live with that pride wise, and like me feeling good about myself. I can't live with myself spending 7 hours watching the show. That's gonna be kind of hard. That's a hard pill to swallow later on, and then we try to go to sleep.
Nah, I wasn't like that. I sacrificed a lot of sleep for Game of Thrones, man.
Oh, Game of Thrones, I started when it was up to season 6. So I was able. So I personally don't know how the seasons break down because I watched them all like at once. I mean, not in one setting, but like
You
I
binged
didn't
it.
know. Yeah, I binged it. So for me, when Ned Stark got his head chopped off, spoiler alert, it wasn't nothing because I just started the next episode. But I can only imagine watching that currently and having to wait a whole year to come back for the show. That had to be awful. You watch Game of Thrones, Mike?
No, I haven't. I mean, it's on the bucket list, but it's kind of like spoiled for me because a lot of people talk about how they don't like the ending.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't. The last season, in my opinion, wasn't bad. I mean, it was terrible, but to the standard of Game of Thrones, it was terrible. I think in all, it could have been. If it wasn't Game of Thrones, it probably would have been not that bad. But
You know what? I was also disappointed in the ending of House of Cards because of the entire scandal. I understand why it happened, but
yeah, I think they could have did a better job with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I think you get both options when you have the ability to binge, because you can choose whether you want to watch it on a weekly basis or if you want to watch it all in one shot. But or do you think that the temptation is too much for you?
That temptation is tough, man. Because I told you before the episode even goes off, it's there. But if some days like on Sundays is usually my day. So for me personally, that's a day. If I'm gonna binge something, I'm going to watch it. I'm gonna do it on a Sunday. So
all right,
that's me though.
All right, let's hit up some of these comments to see how some of these people feel about it. Press agreed with me. He says Netflix changed how we watch the series. We all need our content available on our schedule.
Yeah. That's a great point.
Yeah, Adventure says, but binging can take a couple of days, I guess, in reference to time. And Hillbilly says he doesn't do TV. It's interesting. I'd like to hear more on
admirable.
that. That's what?
That's
admirable?
Yeah. Because at one point I did a TV purge as well. I was able to go maybe like 2 weeks without TV.
Okay, and what was the reason for it?
Because I felt like it was a waste of my time.
It is.
Like I feel like I need to get so much stuff done. I'm like, I'm not gonna have time to cut the TV on. So what I would do is replace the TV. I will read.
Yeah, Press actually brought up a really good point because I think people started binge watching it more with the COVID stuff. So like he was saying, when life was normal pre-COVID, he would binge watch shows on the weekends to relax after a long week of work. But I think after COVID, what happens is that people
while COVID,
no, during COVID, yeah, I think that people really just they didn't have any other choices. You couldn't go out to the theater, you couldn't go out to eat, you couldn't go out to do anything. So people were having dates at home. People were just watching everything and anything. I would watch stuff that I didn't care two shits about, and I started watching bad movies. It was like, what the hell's going on?
It was a good time for streaming services. It was literally because all the streaming services, their viewership had to go up through the roof in 2020. It had to.
Big time. I was looking at some of the stats here, and it said something like HBO, for example, had a 65% jump in subscribers, that watched 3 or more episodes at a time as far when COVID happened.
Yeah.
I can only imagine like Netflix and everything else.
After doing it for so long. Like, I don't know if I could do that right now, 2021, what I did last year because of COVID.
And what's in regards to what?
Right.
Binge watching, because you just get tired of, first of all, when you binge watch, you end up watching almost everything on Netflix. And then what do you do after you watched almost everything that you're interested in?
You go to HBO Go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So for me, the pros is you get to. I feel like you actually get. It's better when you binge because you get really like into the story when you binge. Like,
Right.
there's no lapse there. You just kind of into it, and it's going and going. But the con of it, I think, just it kills your day. It's so much other things you could be doing.
But do you think you get the same experience though? Like you said, when in Game of Thrones, when a season ends and you have to wait a year, do you think you get the same experience as somebody who actually watched it while it was currently streaming, and then they watched the last
I did.
ending?
When
I
you,
did.
I didn't. I'll be honest with you, because it was at one point where I was watching the show and it wasn't Game of Thrones. It was a show and it went off for the season. When the time I was come back, I wasn't even interested anymore because it took too long. It was just like
Right.
the story kept me there, and then I had to wait a whole year to see another one. Like,
Yeah. I think that's where you kind of lose the audience, because that means that gives them a whole year to find something else to fall in love with. So.
yeah, and things happen quickly, man, and this, especially with the streaming services.
Yeah. So one of the pros that I read about is that it kind of builds a community, a social community where people start to talk about at work about certain shows that they binge together, and so that those are some of the pros that I've read about. That it gives you a sense of community and being a part of something, even when it comes to dating and stuff. Being able to talk about certain shows that you've watched. Those are some of the one of the benefits that I've read about.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever.
So here's another one of the questions we was kind of talking about. Do you prefer watching several episodes of a new show at one time, one episode per week? If you have the discipline to do one episode per week, good for you.
Right.
Good for you. Me, if when I was really into it, nah.
Yeah, I can't. If a show is really, really good, I don't want to wait. I really don't. And this is prior, even before binge watching and all this stuff was even available. I didn't like to have to wait.
Nah, me
If
neither.
it's a really good show with a really good cliffhanger, and you just get it frustrates you, but it gives you something to talk about for the whole week coming up. So you could, talk about you could talk about theories and share your thoughts, and then that could be the fun component of it. Having to wait and discussing it, and just creating different types of conversations around it.
And in regards to waiting, here is a question for the couples out there. Binge cheating.
Oh, that's a
Is
good
it
one.
a thing or is it not a thing?
I think people do it all the time. You're not supposed to be watching the show without your spouse, and you still do it. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, that's exactly what I am. That's exactly what I'm referring to.
You can't get away with it anymore because of the history.
Well, if you have two different profiles, but I'm not the one to snitch.
I know, right? Mike out here getting stitches.
That's tough, man. Me and my one of my exes, we was trying to watch Game of Thrones again together. I got to if season 1 was easy, all right, I'm gonna wait. But all right, well, let's try another one. Let's try. I got up to season 2. I'm like, all right, I'm not waiting no more. It was just I got so into the story. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna watch one episode and then.
So did you fake it till you make it?
Yeah, and I'm having to watch some episodes twice.
Did that piss you off? Because you have to stop yourself from oh, this is gonna happen.
No, I mean, we all seen Game of Thrones again, but I was able to be a little more distracted and stuff like that. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty of doing that with movies. Like if I was planning to watch it with someone, and they're not available because of work,
flake out.
and I really want to watch it, I'll just go to the movies and not tell them.
Yeah,
and
I end up seeing.
surprise after.
I end up watching. That's how it happened to me. I promised to go see Black Panther with a few people. I ended up seeing Black Panther and went there 4 times because of that commitment to waiting for people. I saw the first time I saw it by myself. I'm like, I'm not waiting for nobody. And Wayne called me an early show, and that was that. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'll see you with you and stuff. So,
and that's the sucky part about it.
Yeah, but that won't be happening anymore.
Wow. Well, let me read this con from this website that I saw. Binge watching can lead to mental health issues, which I've never heard that shit in my life. But it says a University of Texas study found that binge watchers were more likely to be depressed and lonely and have less self-control. One of the study's authors, Yoon Hing Sung, PhD, stated when binge watching becomes rampant, viewers may start to neglect their work and their relationships and others. What do you guys think about that? I've personally never experienced that. I haven't seen anybody that experiences that.
It's just like anything else. Like anything else, any other kind of
Addiction or whatever.
addiction. Like video games could be in the same category.
Right.
You know, so. But,
So what about you?
Tickles, what about you?
Opinion on that?
You don't have an opinion?
All right, cool.
I don't.
He said pass.
I don't
Alright,
think I don't think it's true. But then, like I said, I'm not a professional when it comes to that.
All right, so check this out. They say that binge watching has health benefits like stress relief. You guys believe that? Agree with that?
That's BS. I can disagree with that.
You disagree with it? Well, according
I
to
was watching-
psychiatrists, get it.
I was watching Sons of Anarchy.
Mhm.
I've been Sons of Anarchy. Man, I was so stressed out.
But that's because of the content.
Yeah, man. I was worried about my MC. That's motorcycle crew, by the way. I was worried
What is
about my MC,
What is that?
motorcycle crew.
Oh, motorcycle.
I started using the lingo and everything, bro.
Oh, hell no.
I was in it, man. I was like, yo, I want to really. I'm like, she can buy me a hoodie and stuff like that. Like, I really wanted to get a motorcycle based off of watching that show. I was just I was too much into it.
Oh, you see, check this out, right? See, going through marriage counseling, binge watching shows has helped her and her spouse connect more. So see, there is some truth to it. Like I was saying over here, it says, according to psychiatrists, binge watching releases dopamine in the brain, which creates a feeling of pleasure and can help people to relax and relieve stress.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, you can find some benefit in there. Why not?
Let me ask you a question. Have you guys watched Homeland from Showtime?
I watch Homeland. That's with
CIA agent.
the crazy woman.
Yeah.
Just can I get enough of Brody?
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched one season, I watched like 2 seasons, and after her craziness just got like turned me off.
It was actually good though.
Yeah, I heard it, and it came back, right? And then
Story completely.
But one of the shows I binge, and this is one of the questions I have for you, Rick.
Sure.
Where is it? Okay, must have got deleted somehow.
No. You never wrote it. Write it down.
Yeah, I did. It was one of my first questions. Yeah, whatever. Is there a show that you like? You was like, I don't care what's going on outside. I don't care what's going on in my life. I need to finish this show.
It was Game of Thrones for me. It was the first show I binged 7 seasons in 3 weeks.
That's sad.
It was very satisfying. There were moments where I actually like jumped up and screamed, man. There was like some real dope moments with the whole door incident.
Oh yeah.
That shit played out. I was like, whoa.
Genius writing, man. Genius writing. For me, it was Prison Break.
Why?
I don't know. I just got hooked on that storyline, man.
Never seen it. That's
never seen Prison Break? Huh?
The bald dude?
No. Prison Break is about a brother whose older brother goes to jail. He was set up or whatever, and he goes to learn all about this prison, and goes to jail on purpose to try to help his brother break out.
Okay.
He put the whole escape plan on his body as tattoos.
Wow, that's dope.
But he disguised them as like art and stuff like that.
Right.
And he meets characters in there, and it's really good, man.
That's clever. I like this question from Hillbilly. Do you ever get binge withdrawal? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. From which show did that for you?
Binge withdrawal. Like I said, motorcycle. Sons of Anarchy.
All right, cool.
Yeah. I was like, what's gonna happen now? What's gonna happen? I don't know what I'm gonna do.
All right, Adventures in George Cruz says, are there any international shows you binge? I guess
Money Heist.
Money Heist is an international show?
Yeah, Money Heist.
All right, gotta check
That is
that out.
on my binge list.
I gotta check that out. I guess the only one that I would
Wait, time out. You
Yeah.
don't watch Money Heist?
no, not because I don't want to. I just haven't gotten across. It hasn't crossed my table. But I watched a stupid ass movie the other day with this chick. What's her face? These people have weird names. I can't remember them, but it's basically about the pandemic where a couple was breaking up, but they were forced to stay together because of the pandemic shutdown, so they couldn't really
That's an
part.
interesting story.
I thought so too. But it was just a terrible movie, man. Terrible movie. So the only international show that I think that counts is this Japanese animation show that's called Attack on Titan. It's a really good show if you haven't seen it.
Okay. Take a look.
Anne Hathaway, yes, it was with Anne Hathaway, and the,
Is
and
that
the dude.
Catwoman?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Anne Hathaway and the dude that plays Mordo in the Doctor Strange movie. I can't pronounce his name for nothing in the world. He's a really famous actor, but his name is really tough to say. Hold on, who plays Mordo in Doctor Strange?
You talking about the black dude?
Yes, his name is Chiwetel Ejiofor. I can't say it for nothing in the world, bro.
Cobra Kai is a good one. Cobra Kai is good because it's only 30 minutes.
Oh, that's true. That's an easy binge.
Yes. And that's just like what's going on right now with me and WandaVision. I am not binging. I watch WandaVision. I can watch I can watch 2 episodes and feel good about myself.
Right, because it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's only an hour.
Right. Hold on, it's this dude right here. How do you say this name?
And we'll be back for a commercial break.
This guy is crazy famous. He's done a bunch of movies. He did that 4
He's got 12 years of slavery.
Yes.
12 years of slavery. He's in Lion King. He plays Scar in Lion King.
How do you say his name?
Chitwell. That's Denzel's boy. Him and Denzel always in movies together.
Yeah, they do good stuff. Dan, Cobra Kai was good, man. I really enjoyed, binging the 3 seasons. I only got onto it after the 3rd season came out. So my wife and I watched all the episodes.
Did you cheat?
I didn't cheat. It's 30 minutes. I could wait.
You cheated. I know you did.
I would say you don't understand. I mean, hell yeah, I cheated. Shit. I mean, there were some episodes that she fell asleep on. I kept watching. I was like, you fell asleep.
Cheating. That is definitely cheating, bro.
No. Come again, Mike?
Yeah, I said you noticed that your eye started drooping when you said that you didn't binge cheat.
No.
Yeah. you definitely cheated, bro.
I didn't.
That's definitely cheating. That's how could you, Rick?
I can't, man. I was awake. Not my fault. She started drooling and shit.
Wow, man. I had the embarrassment onto the cheating. Great job.
That's right.
Godfather of Harlem.
Oh, that's my show. That's another one of my shows. I can't wait till it comes back. They just started shooting it again.
So they started shooting it again. All right. So I guess let's ask this question. How does your viewing experience change when you're binge watching as opposed to waiting for it? Like, how does it change for you?
You're more invested when you binge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like in my opinion. Huh? What if show is really, really good and you just have to wait, like WandaVision? You don't think you're invested in WandaVision?
Well, one, because I heard the reviews about it, and I know what Adventures of George was talking about. The first couple episodes are kind of like,
hell
what's
yeah,
going on? Yeah, I'm only up to episode 3, so the first couple episodes like, well, what's going on here? But it's Marvel hasn't missed yet,
right? Exactly.
So only a matter of time.
Yep. 9 episodes, I think. It's already unraveling some dope shit. So
yeah. It was creative too. It was weird but creative. Those first couple episodes.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like those first 2 episodes. I think they didn't have to drag it out 2 full episodes. I think that I wish I could have binged the first 3 episodes. That way I'd have to deal with that bullshit for 3 weeks, like a month of fluff. Before
you know what? Here's the thing though. I forgot my point. So no thanks.
It happens. Yeah. All right, I'll bring you to this question right here. Why do you think some streaming services drop a full season at once and others opt for a weekly release?
Just to be different.
The story, maybe.
Who? What? The
success of the story.
Nah, I just think it's format thing. I think it's smarter to release on a weekly basis because you have a reason for people to keep coming back. When you have all the shows in one sitting, people will cancel your service until until next season.
But that's not if you're Netflix.
Right. What do you mean?
If you're Netflix, you know nobody's going to cancel your subscription. First of all, it's only 100 people in the world that has Netflix, and they all sharing that account. That's one. But you're not going to cancel your Netflix. You're just going to just wait. I think certain people like no one's going to cancel their Netflix after one of their shows is off. I don't see that happening.
How many services you pay for?
I pay for 1, 2. Well, Disney Plus don't count because Disney Plus does count, but it has 3 services in it.
Oh, really? You do the Hulu and stuff and all that?
Hulu and yeah. I pay for Netflix, HBO. Actually, I don't. I borrow somebody's HBO. Nope, no, I don't. I pay for Netflix and Disney. Really.
All right. So a good question from one of our Facebook users. What's the difference between reading a great book and binge watching a great show? I guess it depends, right? If you like visual stimulations, you're gonna go with the show. If you like to let your imagination flow, you're gonna enjoy a good book.
And it's kind of it's a little bit easier to watch a show because you can do other stuff and watch a show. When you're reading, you kind of need to like focus in on that.
Yeah, it needs 100%. Yeah, exactly. It needs your full attention.
I should do an audible book.
Oh, well, you can multitask with audiobook.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. But you can't do it with a regular book. So.
Nah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you have to look at the words and understand how to read them if you pass, second grade.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Mike? What do you think? What's the difference between reading a great book and binge watching a great show?
Sometimes I like to think about a book. Like, for example, if they make a movie out of the book, the book has more detail in like each chapter, whereas some of the movies they skip some of the content that they think that's not relevant, or won't capture the audience because when you're watching a movie, especially when it's long, you want to be entertained. Otherwise, you just lose your interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I also think that more senses are involved when you watch a movie. So you get more stimulants where, reading a book, you just got the visual and your imagination.
Think of the Harry Potter series. The book did great. And then, they came out with the visual, which was just as good.
Yeah. And Game of Thrones for that matter, too.
Yeah.
We say what happened with Game of Thrones?
And Game of Thrones, a book adaptation. A film adaptation.
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 Does that ever happen in reverse? Like, is there ever a good movie that gets adapted to a book? And is it ever good?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm sure there are.
All right. With that said, we're gonna tuck Kyle into bed because he's sleepy.
No, I'm not.
Hey, Kyle's like, son of a bitch, we got 4 more minutes.
No good, man. I miss you guys so much. You can hear the enthusiasm in my voice.
I can feel the enthusiasm. It's awesome. Motivation and consistency says that Stephen King books are much better than his movies. I think Stephen King would actually agree with that.
Yeah, that whole series is cursed, man. They never do a good job bringing his movies to life. His books to life.
He's just let Marvel do it, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you,
but they do it though. Marvel does it really well. So because a lot of their stories are from comic books.
Right. It's an adaptation for sure. Yeah. And it's funny because originally people don't like when you take a comic book and you try to give it an original spin to it in the movies. But Marvel sort of does that with their own material. They don't go directly off the comic books onto the screen. They give you more or less the same thing and just make a really interesting story. They figured out the formula, man, and they are hitting home runs.
Bro, they figured out that from 10 years ago, man, and still winning. Yeah, like I'm sorry.
So they know where to put the money.
Yeah.
Who's their competition, though? You can't say DC can't like their movies aren't as interesting as Marvel. So it's like compare Marvel to.
Nah, nobody. Um, DC has better animated movies than Marvel does.
Agree. I have to agree.
They have better animated movies. And DC has more popular characters, I would say, than Marvel, but they just don't translate uh to the big screen.
Some people say a lot of DC characters are real lazy. Like Superman, just impossibly too strong, too powerful. You can't be B type of shit. It's like they say it's a lazy character, with the
Yeah,
exception of Batman. Batman has to use his mind and his
it's
resource.
complex, very
Yeah,
complex.
exactly. He's deeper. It's much more complex.
That's why
What'd you say, Mike?
he doesn't really have a special power like the other DC characters.
Oh, you're talking about Batman. You threw me off. I was thinking Superman. I was like, what the fuck? Do you
No,
watch
no,
Superman? Oh, he is. Yeah, I thought you talking about Superman. I was like, okay, someone's never watched Superman before.
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
He says, some, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
An interesting character. So, with that said, I run out of questions.
You did?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Good job, bro.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Hold
But
All right. So, actually, I'm gonna ask you. There's a lot of shit that's up and coming, man. What are you looking forward to binge watching next?
I told you my binge days are over. However,
Mm-hmm.
Lupin is a new show I just finished watching.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. If anybody who likes Money Heist, Lupin is a good alternate um, until Money Heist comes back.
All right. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about Lupin? Is there any way you can give us like the gist of the show? What's it about?
He is a thief, and he's a very clever thief, and he is on a journey of revenge, and that's where I'll leave it off. He's a very, very, very well prepared thief.
All right.
Yes. What about you?
Me, I am looking forward to. I'm actually looking forward to movies. So it's not
Yeah,
so
me
much.
too.
Yeah, it's not so much binge worthy stuff, but there's a lot of movies that I'm probably gonna binge over the weekend when they do come out. Man, I cannot wait for the Black Widow movie. Man, that shit just looks so freaking awesome, man. I've been waiting over a year for that
I'm
thing.
over it.
Huh?
I'm over it.
You over it?
Yeah, I'm
Nah,
over it.
nah,
We waited too long. I'm over it now. Now
nah.
I don't care.
I'll watch a Taskmaster spinoff. How about are you gonna be binging the Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Probably not. I'm not
For
binging.
shame.
I'm not gonna be binging anything. Only thing I said I may binge is Ozarks.
Really? Why? Why Ozark?
I love that show.
Really? What season are you on?
I'm waiting for the next season.
I tried to watch it with my wife and she fell out of love with it. I was still into it and she fell out of love. I don't know what happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sad.
And Mike is like into voyeurism right now. He's just watching us talk and staring at himself in the camera. He's like, yeah.
You're here taking selfies.
No, I'm listening to you guys.
He said, listening to you guys.
If you had to, here we go. This is my last binge question because I got nothing else. If you had to tell someone, listen, if my life depended on it, I'm gonna tell you to watch this show. If you don't love this show, you can shoot me. It's a super dramatic analogy. So what? Example. If you don't love this show, you can shoot me. What show would you bet your life on that somebody would love?
Bet my life on a show I think someone would love. All right, Mike, if you got to answer, go ahead. I'm gonna think on this for a little bit.
I got to think about it too.
Okay,
How about
cool.
you? How about you, Kyle?
I would say a complete series. I would definitely have to go with. I don't know. It's a top 5 I have.
All right, shoot.
I think Money Heist would be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Game of Thrones. Watchmen on HBO.
Really? It's good?
Very good. Watchmen.
Money Heist?
I said Money Heist already. That's really it. We'll see whatever. The Blacklist. That's my show.
Yeah,
That's my
that's
show.
true. Well, you know what? If I was gonna recommend the Blacklist, I would say just the first 7 seasons. Leave season 8 alone. Shit is terrible.
I didn't see season 8. I love Raymond Reddington though. So
He is. I just my wife loves when I do his voice. I don't do it very well, but he just has this certain thing to his voice. I could hear him talk all day, which is what I
yeah,
told you this before. I love watching Age of Ultron because I love listening to his dialogue.
Can we hear?
can we at least hear it though?
Come on, man.
I can't do it on a whim. I have to do it like
Come on.
before the end of the show. I promise I'll pull a Raymond Reddington.
Him is casting you for a part right now,
Who?
and it depended on this right here.
Nah, even still, you have to. You gotta prepare for a role. You
Yeah, you
can't
gotta
just,
let him go to the back and smack himself up
yeah.
and put on the vest, put a top hat.
Now, Raymond Reddington's the fucking man. I swear to God. From the very first, my boy Jamie put me on to the Blacklist in his house one day. He just said, "Just watch this first episode, and you're gonna be hooked."
Yo, and that's what happened to me. And you know what's funny about that? Because usually the first episode is a struggle. Like Game of Thrones, that
Right.
first episode was a struggle.
Yeah.
And that's why I never got into what's the zombie one?
I never saw it either. I never
The
saw
zombie
it.
one. The zombie
Walking
one.
Dead. Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. That first episode, I'm like, yo, I can't do 8 seasons of this.
Yo, people love that shit. I've never
Yeah,
seen
Serge loves that show, man. He was trying to give me, you know how Serge, when he want to explain something, he explain every detail of the production to you.
it.
So he was trying to explain to me, and I'm just gonna get into it.
Yeah, he gets into it, bro. Big time. He's like, yo, you don't know about the show. It's like
Like,
the way it comes in, bro. It's like then the zombies, right? And the makeup, and yo, you just gotta watch it, bro. He gets into it. It's like
he
you
tell you
know,
the whole episode, and then
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm like, well, I don't need to watch episode 1 now. I just gonna go to number 2.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's weird watching Guzman just stare at the
Yeah, man.
What am I supposed
Yeah.
to do? I'm watching you guys.
He's just like,
I'm listening. I'm listening in.
all right, hold on, let me see some of these comments real quick. If he all right, let me see. Show says if your life depended on me watching Money Heist, then you're dead. How about
Really,
that?
show?
Yep.
That show is so good.
And then she comes back and she says, I don't like shows that aren't in English because I don't like reading the whole thing and I don't like when the mouths don't move with the word.
Yeah, I am a reader, but I'm not gonna be reading the show. That's not happening. I like the dub. I like the English dub on it. The Walking Dead is great. Yeah.
I've never seen it.
And you know what else I like too? The one with the robots. HBO.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it. I've been wanting to watch it. With Wolves, Raised by Wolves.
Nope.
Are you serious?
No, I'm serious. Is
Oh, you're talking about Malik?
nope. Tessa Thompson's in it. The dude from who played Peoples in Shaft. Anthony Hopkins in it.
That should sound like an all-star cast already.
If anybody knows what I'm talking about, please help me out. It's on HBO Max. It begins with a Westworld.
Westworld.
Westworld. She's a robot. Thank you. Westworld. Yes. Westworld is a show I definitely recommend.
Westworld. I think I tried watching Westworld once. There's like some ninja shit going on there in the first season.
It's a whole bunch of everything going on in the first season. It's an amazing concept. Amazing concept. I would highly recommend it. If anybody has any shows that you guys would like to recommend, I would definitely take a look at it.
Oh, absolutely. But he's not going to binge it because he's too good for the binge.
Too good for the binge.
How about docu-series? What do you guys like as far as the docu-series go? Like, for example, on Netflix.
I did like the show with the kids and the football players. Last Chance U. That's a good one.
I tried watching the one with Nicolas Cage with the curse words.
Yeah,
I got 3 episodes in, and then it was like, yeah, he's too over the top, way too over the top.
Yeah, I'm not watching that one. The best it was supposed to be really a doc series. It was a mini series about someone's real life. Was that OJ one? That was really good. OJ, the American something something something.
Right.
That was really good. With John Travolta. Since
Right, cool.
8. All right, I'll take a look.
Sensei. All right.
Speak. Oh, I mean touch. Okay, which one is it, show? Are you speaking or are you touching? Which one is it?
Using her 8 senses to touch. It encounters the world.
Okay.
Drunk history was okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Drunk History was okay. Yeah. Yeah. And then
All right.
but one of my favorite ones to look at and laugh at was 60 Days In. I was literally just about to say that. I couldn't just think of the name of it. I watched the one with the one in India with the number gang, but that was pretty good. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite, but it was really good. It was a really good show on Netflix.
All right, cool, man. So I think that's gonna wrap up these series on binge watching. I want to talk a little bit about Thursday shows, which we're gonna do like a Battle of the X's for like a Valentine's Day episode. So you guys should definitely be here. Not Battle of the X. I'm sorry,
I
Battle
was just about to say, where is this going, bro?
Yeah,
Battle
what
of
is
the
happening?
Sexes. Battle of the Sexes. You know,
I
so
was just shaking my head. I'm like, nope, not me.
no, so this Thursday we're gonna do like a Valentine's episode where we get see Mommy Flo had to correct me. Battle of the Sexes. So it'll be like, you know, guys versus females. We're gonna have some fun with it. So it's gonna be, I think it's definitely gonna be a lot of people on this show because a lot of people showed interest in this show. A lot of people reached out to me, so you definitely want to be here. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Tell your friends, tell your mama, you know, definitely be here for that show. Bring your friends, and we will have some fun, you know, talking some ish, having some questions, having some fun, man. A little pre-Valentine's Day fun. And I can
Or
already
massacre, whichever way you want to look at it.
or massacre. Yeah. Kyle's like, a sick day is coming up.
We need more sick days. I got banked.
So how about you? You gonna be here for that or what? What's the story?
How you gonna put me on the spot like that, man?
I have to, bro. I gotta get you while we live. You can't.
Yeah, I'll be here for that. I'll be definitely here for that one.
All right, cool. How about you, Mike? You gonna be here?
Of course.
He said, I'll be here.
You be here watching like a creep, just watching us talk.
Yeah, I'll put some posts up on the IG page and Facebook page, and we're definitely gonna have a good time with this Battle of the Sexes, man.
That's a good question, Shohei, real quick, because I guess I'll find out later on.
Right.
What are the rules?
We'll find out
On Thursday.
It'll be like men versus women on certain topics, and you know it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Sounds like a terrible idea. All right, nice. Let's do it.
It sounds like a terrible. I will knock the Chiefs, my chin check this shit right there. I'll hold you to it, Kyle. See,
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be here. I can't miss the Battle of the Sexes.
Oh my God! Do you see the enthusiasm? All right, hold on. Let me just find something I had right here. All right, man. So I just want to say thank you guys for spending a moment of your day with us. If you have any ideas for a show or topic and you would like to be on the show, let us know in the comment section below. We are live Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. sharp. Also, consider leaving us a like and subscribing if you enjoyed today's video. We are here to have open discussions on various topics. We are not experts and we do not pretend to have all the answers. We just want to share our opinions and experiences and hear some of your thoughts and experiences. The idea is to hopefully inspire and understand each other. And as I always say, we do not have to agree, but damn it, we should always be able to talk.
You really just sounded like a medicine commercial where you was reading the side effects. You're like, usually the side effects include.
I do have a script. I do have a script until it's memorized. I had to write it down because I'm fumbling the words, but I try to do it freestyle. So I just wrote down exactly what I normally say. So it's a little better until it becomes second nature. So yes,
you definitely just gave a list of side effects. You gave a list of side effects that included death and diarrhea and blindness. That's what it sounded like. You were just trying to read it real fast.
All right, I'll work on that. All right. With that said, you guys have a fantastic evening, man. See you guys tomorrow. For those of you who are going to be here, take care. Have a good night.